This is IQMZ Tech, Episode 9, recorded Sunday, the 14th of October, 2018. Hello and welcome to IQMZ Tech, the show where we talk about some of the biggest tech news stories with people who are passionate about all things electronic.
Yo, what up? I'm your boy, JJ Stone, a.k.a. Doctor.
You're on time, but still picking your nose. It's okay. I'm Amos, shameless, fameless. Actually, I'm dameless this week. My wife is gone, so it's like party up in my place.
For all of the audio listeners, I did not pick my nose. I rubbed the frontal center portion of my nose. No finger was inserted into a nostril. Henceforth, there was no picking. Just for the people listening on audio.
Sure. Speaking of picking on details, we start off this week with a Google confirmation briefing. It's not an announcement because literally everything was leaked. The Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL bring wireless charging and dual front-facing cameras and multiple camera software enhancements. The Google Home Hub, these names, man, adds a 7-inch touchscreen to their previously released smart speaker. The Pixel Slate is a 2-in-1 tablet running Chrome OS, and it has an available keyboard and pencil sold separately. The Pixel Stand turns the Pixel 3 phones into a nightstand companion. I wrote these and I can't even read them right. That's just how boring this announcement was.
Well, as you said, it wasn't an announcement. It was leaked spy footage. I don't know what's going on with like the leaking lately. Like people have gotten so much better at getting information, or are they leaking it to just get out some kind of teaser? Like I feel like they're leaking it on purpose. Now I feel like certain things are getting out just to create more buzz around things to get hyped before the actual device is released. Secondly, the names are horrible. Thirdly, we did discuss previously about how Amazon was killing it with their release. And this is standard stuff. Google having its own hub is nice. I like that because, you know, they did partnerships with Lenovo and JLC or JVC or whoever it is. Crap that they had that device is ugly. I don't even care about it. So them having their own hub is nice because it's proprietary. The Slate, I don't know who's going to buy that. I don't know who's going to use that. But cool. And the nightstand, whoop-de-doo. Like every phone, you can find like 1 billion of these on Amazon right now with a stand for your phone. It's just that it's white, and I'm supposed to be excited about that it stands straight up, I guess. My
Gen 0 or a Series 0 watch does this. So
yeah. Oh, you know what though? Since it stands up, it's almost like having the Google Home on your dresser. That's what they're thinking of. Like you just put that on your nightstand. Because not for nothing, I don't have a alarm clock or anything like that. A lot of people don't. They use their phones. So I guess this would take the place of your hub or alarm clock.
Right. And
it stands straight up. And they provide that for you. So yeah, because no other phone has a docking station or anything. I mean, I guess having it is something to have, but the way that everybody tries to sell you on stuff like it's the thinner magic light is just so annoying. It's the thing I hate so much about tech. Just say, hey, we got this docking station too. Here you go. Matter of fact, give it to me free with the phone. That's how insignificant this is. So, you know.
Not overly excited. The one thing that did get me, the Duplex AI will answer your Pixel phone for you and ask callers the intent in an attempt to beat telemarketers. Okay, this is something that actually interests me because I hear this. I get so many phone calls. I don't even answer my phone anymore. You could call me and I'd be like, somebody probably stole Owen's phone and is trying to call me.
It is impressive how much robocalls are coming. I got a robocall for Donald Trump on my cell phone, and I thought to myself, where in the world did I put my number any which way but loose to get a robocall for an upcoming campaign that's 3 years away? How did I get that? So, I mean, I guess that feature's cool, but that's what I have Google Voice for. Anytime I put my number anywhere that's suspect, I give it to Google Voice.
Yeah.
So that way my message gets transcoded to me and gets sent to me, and I can filter out everybody that's crazy. And it does a wonderful job. So I guess this is cool. It's like having a little assistant. You know what I mean? Just one layer of texture.
That's what they should have called it. They should have called it Google Voice AI. And like this, just the way we're expanding Google Voice's capabilities into your normal phone number if you have a Pixel.
True story, because it's the same thing. Well, it doesn't ask the question, but it is your gatekeeper.
Right.
It says state your name, whatever, and then it calls you, and then you hear the person's calling. Yeah. And you can accept it or decline it, send it a voicemail. So this is one evolutionary step to that, which is cool. It's not going to make me buy a Pixel. The camera might though, but not that.
Yeah, the camera is pretty sweet from all the pictures that we're seeing coming off of it. I mean, but that's splitting hairs. I don't buy phones for cameras though, so that's what I have a DSLR for. I'm old school, old fashioned like that. My phone camera is convenient, but is not. I don't need it to be amazing because I'm never going to swap out. I'm not the person that's going to swap out my full scale camera for. Oh, I'm just going to carry my phone with me from now on.
Ditto.
And of course, the new Chromecast 3rd generation can now stream 1080p at 60 frames a second and comes in white and charcoal.
Ooh.
Yeah, because a device is behind your TV. The aesthetics are important.
Well, technically, it might be because my one TV is not on the wall, and I can see the device behind it. The biggest problem for me is that the cable, when you have to plug it in USB, luckily I reroute mine through the power USB in my TV. Mm-hmm. The only issue with that is I have to actually turn my TV on that TV instead of saying, hey, Google, turn on TV. And I shouldn't do that in the episode. I'm sorry for listeners. I apologize.
One guy right now is like, my TV has always on USB and you just turned it on.
I know. And they're crying inside. Next story.
Okay. Hey, Google Strobe is quote, root and branch review of third-party developer access to Google account and Google device data and our philosophy around apps data access. Today, they announced 4 findings and the corrective actions they plan to take. This is pretty interesting, although it does spell the end of Google Plus.
Yes.
So
Google kills everything that's not search and email. I mean,
and that's only because email is a great source of search.
Yes. So I mean, it is. It's just I don't know why they don't. A lot of people use Google Plus.
Okay.
Doesn't Tom run his show through that?
I mean, that's not Google Plus. That's Google Hangouts.
Hangouts? Okay. Yeah, it's not the same.
Wait. I think we just found the problem with Google Plus.
Oh, yeah. Is that what's wrong with Google Plus?
It tries to be everything everywhere, and it's just not. It's just.
Because I thought they were the same thing, and it was all wrapped in one. But, that's right. It's Google.
Look, I remember, overall, though. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what was your favorite Google thing that wasn't a Google thing? Was it Buzz? Was it Wave?
I actually got into the Wave because Wave was in beta for a while. And I got into Wave beta right before they killed Wave. So it was like, I was deployed and barely had, I logged in, was like, oh, this looks cool. I'll check this after work. And while I was at work, I got the little email notification saying they were killing Wave. I was like, oh, awesome. I might have been the last beta user allowed before they killed the program, so that was man, special. Thanks.
Yeah, it's it's just what Google does. So I don't know.
Yeah,
there's nobody else making anything new socially. So I'm like, why don't you just innovate it or update it or change it or add something? They never did anything else with it. They just make stuff, let it sit, and that's the end of that.
Well, they plant seeds, and that they should almost have instead of just the beta, they should have the alpha program where everybody just knows, hey, this is a seed, we're planting it, see if it catches on, and it'll grow. Because beta kind of almost seems like, hey, something's imminent. Where this story really is interesting to me is this is another page in the continuing saga of tech companies reviewing their privacy, their APIs, what access they're given, what information they're handing out to to developers that are using these APIs, and giving the consumer a little bit more control. They're trying to stop America from having the same rules they have in Europe is what they're really doing. They're hedging against that. but at least they're doing something, because something in this era is better than nothing, even if only marginally. Because until now, they didn't care. Until Facebook got busted, they didn't care. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
The consumers didn't care. So,
and we're not going to talk about politics, but the political pundits don't know anything about the internet or how any of it works. They just don't understand. And they sit there and they posture in these congressional hearings. I'm like, what are you even talking about, Grandpa? Like, they're worse than Grandpa. Like, they're like the Munsters. Like, they're just in an ancient time.
I want to know,
don't get anything, how anything works.
Did anyone check Mark Zuckerberg's pulse before he went in front of the Senate hearing? Because I think that was just straight up AI. I think that was just some junk he bought from Japan, put a Mark Zuckerberg face on it. You know, they had to specially modify it not to have the hoodie.
I thought it was CGI. I don't even know if it was. I don't even know if it was real, but I think they had a green screen propped up in the chair, and they just were like, "Look, he had Botox done before he sat down. No facial expressions needed."
Like, is that what Adderall does? Because holy cow!
Yeah, well, I mean, even when they had Jack Dorsey, they're like, heroin's being trafficked on Twitter, and you need to stop the heroin epidemic. I'm like, why don't we stop the doctors? People aren't getting heroin and pills from Twitter. Okay, that's not the issue that we need to be worried about today. Anywho, let's next story, because now I'm going to go all mad, and I'm just
too early for all that.
It is.
Hey, speaking of AI, Amazon has decided to shut down recruiting AI designed to assist with sorting through job applications. They said Amazon's system effectively taught itself that male candidates were preferable and penalized applications where it could easily identify the applicant was female.
This is so bad, especially for the fact that Amazon out where I live, they put a new hub in, and I got 6 text messages unsolicited and 4 phone calls asking me to come work in the hub. And I'm like, no, stop calling me. I hit the stop text. I did all this stuff, and they just kept calling. And I went on Facebook, and like literally everyone in my area, even people that have like high paying, highfalutin jobs, were getting these phone calls. And I'm like, wow. So that's where that was coming from. Their AI just scraping, oh, you live within 5 miles of the new hub? You want a job? We got your phone number? And they had to have gotten it from LinkedIn or something like that, because I don't know how they got my actual cell phone number.
Right. Or they got it from your Amazon Prime account. Like,
oh yeah.
So here's the thing.
That's even more of a violation of my privacy. I didn't read it. See, that's why I should have read the 18 pages on we've updated our privacy.
Right. Well, it actually goes to 37 pages if you translate it into English. Now, here's the problem with this story in total. Okay, yeah, they're scrapping this program. That's fine. That's cool. The cynic in me wants to know why did the AI suddenly start thinking that males were preferred? What decisions were being made at the top? Was it trial and tailor? Like, did the AI start out giving here's 8 dudes and 7 women, and they started realizing, hey, the women don't get hired as much, let's start tailoring towards dudes? Or was there's some other effect in there? Did they have healthcare costs in there? Hey, women cost more for healthcare, so let's start hiring dudes. Like, what was the catalyst? What was the data set that the AI was basing its decisions on to come to this conclusion? It's fine that it started doing this and they shut it down because it started preferring males over females. I get that. Why?
I'm almost betting, if I was a betting man, that it was on a 75-pound weight limit, and the AI, or however they skewed it, assumed that the men were stronger physically and could do the physical job better. I generally base it down to that.
But that's the story. To me, that's the story, is why did the AI start doing this? Not that the AI did. Okay, fine. You're giving me, you're giving me a headline. Fine. Why? I want to know why. What was the actual data? And not just for me personally, but because other people can use. If we start saying, well, these are the factors that we used, then more people can start eliminating this internal bias before we even in the initial design of the AI, not as a recovery from the effect of it. Let's be
the
proactive.
Parameters were X and Y. And how do we get to those parameters? What were the starting parameters that had the AI make that decision? I would like to know. We're not going to know, but I'd like to know. You're right.
Yeah, but that's the real story. This is And let's be honest, this probably wouldn't have come out if someone hadn't leaked it. If some top executive hadn't said something or whatever else, or threatened to tweet it out or something, we would never have known about this. This isn't. I can't see Amazon just releasing this, independently. Something happened.
And again, you got to think of preemptive strike, right? What if someone caught on to the fact that only men were being offered these jobs and no women were, and they wanted to come out and say, "Oh, it was the computer's fault. We weren't discriminating. The AI did that. It was all, in the mechanics and the AI. We didn't do that." That's also something that helps them when it comes out and it says AI skews. You know what I mean?
Yep. And all that. I mean, that's, man.
Yeah.
It's a horrible world.
It's funny.
Hey,
well, at least it didn't recognize black skin or whatever. That's usually what happens with AI stuff. It doesn't recognize skin tone. It's always
again,
that's something.
That's why we need to know what the data set was, because if that could have been the eventually it's only going to go to, hey, we prefer white males between 24 and 28 because they're not old enough to die yet, and they're less likely to have sickle cell and this and that and blah 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 blah. And oh, by the way,
they're not uppity.
They're most likely to be at a point in their life where they are regretting not going to college and therefore will be willing to take lower pay, Right. Yeah. It's like, I want to know what we're putting into these AIs, because that's important in so many aspects in order to control and slow the eventual singularity where we're all going to die anyway. Furthering the anti-Apple feel that Amazon has been taking recently. Amazon opened 3 new APIs this week designed to let developers more easily utilize smart home security components such as doorbells and security alarms and integrate them into the ecosphere. Amazon recently announced a whole slew of products they are putting out themselves, which are taking care of very many smaller tasks, a microwave that you can program by voice and things like that. Now they're actually opening it up to where third-party security devices can tap into the ecosphere and continue going from there. This is actually really, really good for those of us who like having one system that controls everything. It's really, really bad if you don't trust Amazon with your data.
You can't trust anybody with your data. So if you're doing that, you obviously just giving up on trust for convenience. That's the first step in that.
Again, privacy is a lie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Secondly, man, I hate that Amazon's doing such a good job with this. Like, I personally have bet on the Google train. I prefer the Google interface and AI. I feel like it's more intuitive, it's more friendly. But Amazon's like, hey, look, where we neglect on personality, we've got in systems and in application and in growth and in product marketplace. Like, I'm sitting there watching football, and the girl's on the bus with her Bose headphones talking about, oh, I see bananas. Alexa, remind me to get bananas. And I'm like, what? It's in everything. It's going to be in your Xbox, your car. It's just, I don't want to switch, but they're making it so hard because it's everywhere. And with it being everywhere, with the APIs being so open and being so inclusive, it's only going to get better, faster, stronger, sooner. Google, what are you doing?
Maybe the Singularity was a Google beta program and they're giving up on it and Amazon's picking it up.
Well, that's the general premise of how I feel right now. I feel like in 6 months, not 6 months, because Google holds on stuff for years. Google's like, oh, never mind, we quit. We give up on products. And I'm like, no, you got a good product. You just need to just literally spend money on R&D and just pump out products. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, you need to do what they need to do with that. Even though they have their Pixel, they need to go and make a deal with Apple to where Apple uses Google's AI and instead of Siri. But
Apple and Google broke up years ago. They couldn't even get maps done right.
They did. But guess what? They're both about to get tidal wave by Alexa.
This is true.
Like, they're both about to get tidal wave. Like, no matter what either one of them do, Siri is incompetent and Google has the better service, but they don't have the products. If they just, if only on that, we're like, look, We're going to give you this. We're going to partner in that. I don't care if you only give us like $5 just so they can get the money in, because Apple's already making the products. Just get them out there. Get it in the iPad. Get it in the MacBook. Get it, because Alexa is literally going to be in every single thing. And Amazon is throwing all of their money at it. And Google's not going to do it. And Apple can't do it better. And at some point, it's going to be in a Samsung phone, because Samsung's going to give up on Bixby. That's going to be their next play, to get into phones instead of just cars. Because once they're in your cars, people are going to be like, Samsung's going to be like, we have to put it on our devices, because they're going to not use our phone in the car. Instead, they're going to use that. We need to, they've got to do it. Hot take. Heard it here first. Hot take. Sizzling. Come back.
Yeah. Where's the bracket for voice controlled AI? Like, where's the bracket for that? Is it, let's get that going. Let's make that the March Madness and start going with that, because there's a couple of smaller players out there that are doing amazing things as well, but
they're going to get bought out.
Nobody can. I mean, Siri got bought out, and Siri was the first real competitor in the market, and it's just been stagnant since then. They keep adding capabilities, but they don't keep they're not fortifying the base product. So it doesn't matter if it can tell you exactly what the score is from some game 43 years ago if it doesn't understand what the hell you're saying in the first place. Anyway.
And all they would have to do is say, Siri, powered by Google.
Right. No, just integrate the two. Just genuinely integrate it. Just.
Yep, you can keep a Siri's name, Siri powered by Google, and have that one marriage to where, again, you're just sharing. And again, for Google, they don't need a $40 device from them, because they can still sell those if they wanted to. But if you put them in Apple's HomePods and you give Apple this product, you sell them like hotcakes.
Yeah. The only problem there is the whole reason Google is getting in the game is because of the information propagation. Like they just want to gather all the information, the things that you're asking, how you're asking, using your voice as language resource and everything else. And they can say they're not all day long, but the AI is reporting back. These are the commands that are most often used, and this is the searches, and these are the things they're looking for. And Apple won't let anybody have any personal information from any account. That's like the one saving grace of Apple in all this, is that they're actually putting privacy on some sort of, I mean, it'll probably be to their detriment, but they're putting privacy on some sort of a pedestal and actually keeping it, they're genuinely worried about it. But everybody else wants to gather all the information and share it amongst all their departments.
And that's how you get stuff for free. So I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, this is why Apple costs more.
Go away.
Yeah. All right.
Google Home, anyway. Excuse me.
Speaking of homes, not to be easily dismissed, Facebook is getting into the smart screen market with two hardware announcements. The $199 portal allows voice and video calling through its 10-inch screen and front-facing camera. For $150 more, you can get the Portal Plus, adds portrait mode, and a 4-inch subwoofer for hi-fi audio. Both devices integrate with Amazon Echosphere and Google Home support coming soon. This is okay. So if you don't trust Amazon and you don't trust Google, why the hell would you trust Facebook with a camera in your house?
If you're listening to this, or if you could see my face, understand that what I'm saying is 100% factual, and that when it happens, it's solely on you, and you cannot sue me because I will not be liable because I warned you in advance. If you buy either one of these products, I will punch you in the face. Don't tell me for any reason that you spent money on this or any Facebook device. I will punch you in your face. Are you insane? Are you insane? Who would buy this? Who would use this? First of all, besides the fact that it's aesthetically ugly and pitiful and sad and a design from 2012. First off. Second of all, it's Facebook. What is it going to do for me besides let me watch copyrighted cat videos from somebody taking a video screenshot from their phone on their TV? What is who, why, when, where? Of all the things we can't trust, we just talk about not trusting. You gonna bring Facebook into your home? You might as well bring a pack of hyenas in your house. And I repeat, if you buy one of these, I will punch you in the face. Disclaimer. Oh God, who? Who? I'm so upset about this.
Even if you don't buy one, if you just install it in your house, I'm gonna look at you funny for the rest of your life.
Even if it's free, put it in a closet. That's what you do. When you want to use it, you open the closet door, you sit in front of the closet, you use it, and then you shut the door on it and unplug it when you're not using it. You can't. I wouldn't even bring
this. Honestly, this is a great product for areas and demographics that are not able to have phones in their pockets with Facebook Messenger and Facebook Messenger video and everything else already on it. That's what that's where this could go. But at $200 or $350 for the higher one and $200 for the smaller one, those aren't the people that can afford it.
Do you know who should buy this? Senior citizens' homes. If you have a senior citizen home and you run one, you buy 2 of these, you put it in your lounge area, and you let grandmama call grandson Bobby and put a cat on her head and talk to Bobby through Facebook. That's what this is for. No other place is this good. Maybe you put it in a school so that you can looking at your kids and put a little robot Snapchat filter on. Nope. But other than that, who is using this? Why would anyone use this?
You can't put it in a school, and I'll tell you why. Because Facebook is not secure enough to trust a video camera around my kids.
But they told me they were doing Facebook for kids, and they were going to make it so secure and safe for the children.
Oh, my God.
I can trust Facebook, right?
No.
I believe in Mark Zuckerberg.
No, from Facebook's point of view, from Facebook's point of view, this is a great product. Mm-hmm. From everyone else ever, no. Just no.
The design is garbage.
Oh, it's crap.
It's
like
so
ugly.
Trash. Anywho, next one, because it's creeping me out.
I don't like having it on my screen. I feel like Facebook is spying on me through my screen.
Makes you feel dirty. Makes me feel dirty.
For those of you still using Adobe Flash Player, congratulations. You may have been helping hackers mine cryptocurrency. Cybersecurity firm Palo Alto Networks discovered a fake Flash installer that also installed XMRig or XMRig, a mining bot that works with the Monero currency.
Thanks, Comcast, which we had this discussion a couple weeks ago on how I can't use Flash to watch my TV on my computer anymore without having to allow Flash to be run every single time now. So thanks, Comcast, Verizon, whoever else is still using Flash.
Yeah. This is one of the few things where I can say Chrome is amazing, because Chrome will enable Flash only when you say that it can. It doesn't install it. It basically emulates it, lets it run its thing, and then shuts it the hell down as soon as you close the tab. It doesn't let any files, as far as I know, it doesn't let any files stay on your computer. It's all like Chrome figured this. Google with Chrome figured this out a couple years ago. And you can go back to Apple. Apple figured it out a decade ago, and they were like, no, we're not putting that crap on our phones.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I gotta hate Flash.
Adobe just needs to let it go. Let it go. We ain't using Flash no more. HTML5, it can save your life. Let that stuff go now. Flash is gonna live forever, though. They're not gonna stop it. I could have kept going, but we're about to wrap up the show, so I don't want to have a whole song to it. But man, they're never gonna let this go. At some point, I assumed that they were gonna just turn over, but the hierarchy on such major brands that use their service are still pumping money to them. So why would they?
Yep.
Like Comcast alone is a nice check to get. Like
okay, so back in the day, I was dabbling in C++, HTML. It was 4 at the time. Went into 5. XML, which was what 5 was anyway. CSS, Perl, all that stuff. Even some Java and things like that. I tried learning how to do Flash, and if you're trying to hand code Flash, you might as well just grab a pencil, shove it in your eyeball, and swirl viciously, because you have to use their tools. And the problem is there are people out there, there are web designers out there that saw Flash as the holy grail of web design, learned how to do it, learned everything there is to do about it, and have held onto it very tightly for 30 years. And they won't let it go. So until the new generation of people come along and these old farts that are still programming in Flash go away, we're not going to get rid of Flash. And the sooner we get rid of it, the better, because Adobe, they still put out products for it, but they're not enhancing it. They're not making it anything new. They're not securing it down. They're not monitoring it. If you can spoof an installer for something as basic as this, come on.
They're just making sure it runs. That's it.
Yeah.
They're just putting gas in the car. They're not changing the oil. They're not rotating the tires. They're just putting gas in. It says, keep on driving, baby, till the wheels fall off.
They hear that knocking and think it's just a car beating to the music.
Hey, just turn the radio up. So, yeah, that's the situation we're in with that. Is that all we have on deck for today?
That's it. If that wasn't enough for you, then we got some conspiracy YouTube channels you can probably figure out.
Oh, well, we definitely can go down the rabbit hole on that, but the Flash never bothered me anyway, so I'll live as far as that's concerned.
And title. Where can people find you, man?
I'm your boy when JJ still go, Doctor.
I am Anthony Lemos, a.k.a. Amos, a.k.a. Ethan Kane on the Twitter.
Yeah, we're on the internet, so you can find us.
Yeah.
Say hello, shout out. Let us know what you think about Alexa versus Google. That's what I want to know. What do you got in your house? That's it. Tell me what you got in the house. If you made it this far in the episode, tell me which one, if any, you've let into your home to spy on your children.
Yeah. Alexa, say goodbye. There we have it.
All right. We're done. We're out.
Peace.